Hey guys, Kev here, and we have two Veros to check out. Let's get into it, baby. So let's check out the Luxe Mini first. That's a 3.3-inch Luxe, and I have not handled the full-size Luxe, maybe at a show or something. Same with the Nova, but I haven't had in any of the Luxe or Nova models. This is actually dropping tomorrow. So this is dropping tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And we don't know which version we have here, so it's a mystery. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what we think of this bad boy right here. Serial number 50. Oh, this one's belt satin, titanium, Luxe. There you go. Nice box. Looks like a newer box. They change their packaging every once in a while. I like that. Nice pouch, for sure. Oh, it is smaller. There's your Luxe card. Looks like a metal card, perhaps. Generation 1 M390 hollow belt satin. Ooh, hollow ground. Interesting. Bead blasted and Joseph Vero. And then you get a cloth. And, of course, you get the patch. All right. Hollow ground. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen a Vero that was hollow ground. Is this, oh, okay. It's sealed. Hard to tell if this is a Riot sealed package or if it is a Vero sealed package. But here we go. It is a Riot OEM as far as I understand. Nice size, man. It is stupid lightweight. Wow. Wow. That feels really good. Man, that must be milled out to the gills. So we have a flipper back here. And then we have a front flipper up here. Blade is dead centered. That's very nice. You have a satin pivot collar, satin pivot, and satin screws. Looks like possibly a spinning barrel situation. Could just be a D shape is in there, but tooling on both sides there. No special pivot or anything. You have a Vero clip. Looks like they've altered the clip a little bit from previous models. This is what I am used to. So we have, I'd say, a little bit more pocket-friendly clip, which is nice. And still nice and deep carry, but a little bit more so. I guess we could keep this out for a size comparison. This is the Synapse Mini, and that's going to be the same size, right? Let's give it a flip. Oh, we also have a fuller. Nice. Just on one side, but we have sort of this tab flipper versus the older Veros that have the, full cutout thingy here. That felt pretty good. Oh, yeah, that hollow grind is nice. Really crisp edge right there. Not as much on this side, so that's good. It's not going to kill you when you flick it. Frame lock design. Looks good. Nice thin lock bar there. Internal relief. Wow. Look at it. It's like a designed milling pattern on the inside. It's like this honeycomb thing going on in there. Very cool. There's your number 50 right there. Ooh, yeah, that felt good. Reverse flick is nice. Really good reverse flick. Fires out of there. The action is perfect. I mean, it swings down. It clicks into place. Acoustics are perfect. So far, everything on this knife is dialed the fuck in. Let's try front flip. Oh, hot diggity. That was a snappy son-of-a-bitch. Let me try that again. Yeah, that worked really well. Man, he's got the geometry figured out really well. Each option deploys very, very well. The detent is perfect for all three deployments, which is very hard to do. Very hard to get right. I mean, that front flipper is a little stout, but it doesn't feel too strong. I wonder if I'll be able to do the rollback move, though. Oh, no problem. Wow. That is crazy, dude. It's almost like wizardry a little bit, to be honest. Like, how the hell is he doing that? Really good ergos. Man, this knife is really good, guys. Look at that. 3.3 inches. So, again, Synapse. Here's a lefty. By the way, these lefties are still available as far as I understand it. So check out their website. I do have a affiliate link for Vero's website. So if you want to pick up a lefty or you want to pick up the Nova today, or tomorrow at 11 a.m., click on my link there in the description or pinned comment and help your brother out. But that's totally up to you. Size comparison. There you go. 3.3 inches on that. It's going to be the same size as a stout as well. They look totally different. Like, this looks like a smaller knife to me, right? I guess it is. Blade length is the same, but they fit it into a smaller package. Wow, look at that. It's actually really cool to look at that. You can't see it, but there's a little bit of a overhang on that blade on the stout. So I don't know if they just fit it into a smaller handle. I mean, they both go to the end of the handle, so it's kind of interesting. Man, dude, I can't get over how light this is. I mean, this cannot be more than 2.5 ounces, if that. I mean, it's crazy. Stupid light. I mean, 2.5 maybe is probably what it is. Feels so good. Damn. Excellent work. Excellent work. Okay. Shit, that's going to be hard to follow up there, Nova. Let's see what the Nova's all about. This one's a different box. Now, I believe this one is already out, and it is available. At least when I checked the website before they sent these out to me, it was available. So just want to mention that in case you're interested in this. Now, this, I believe, is a Bestech OEM. I don't know. It's hard for me to be sure. But this looks like many of the previous Vero knives. It has the same pivot. The screws look the same, right? The clip looks the same. It kind of just makes me think it's a Bestech. And it was in a sleeve that was not... it wasn't like... in a vacuum shrunk bag or anything like this was, which is a very Riot-y thing. A lot of companies will use Riot and they don't even do QC checks because Riot is so on point. They just send them out, let the customer get a fresh knife. So here you go. This is the Nova Mini, so a little bit of a bigger, beefier knife. It's still thin, but it's a little bit taller this way. I don't know, just a little beefier. I definitely say between the two, the Lux is night and day in more my style, is what I'm trying to say. Just super lightweight. It feels smaller. I mean, it's definitely smaller overall. Lengthwise, it's very, very similar, almost the same. Good lock bar access on both models. Action's great on this one as well. Reverse flick feels good. Thumb flick's good. No flipper tab back here. We have a front flipper. Works well. I would have liked to have seen jimping come up and around the top here. There's nothing from that last jimp up. That's something I always like to see. So when you do this move, it's easier to grab because I can't get a grip. It's hard to get a grip when that jimping's not there. There's a little bit of an acoustic thing going on. I don't know what it is. If the clip, is the clip tapping? No. I don't know what that was. Let's try it lefty. Yep, I can flick it out lefty, mostly because the clip is all over the lock bar, which helps. The detent doesn't feel overly strong. I don't know if I'll be able to, nope. But if you're on the clip, you can fire it. And then, of course, you have that front flipper. Yeah, this feels like more of a Vero that, you know, it feels like something, it feels familiar, if that makes sense. Where the Luxe, I think there's a detent ramp on here too. The Luxe feels different. And I mean that in a good way. It just feels slimmer, sleeker, you know. I do feel like Vero is more like a little bit bigger, more hand-filling kind of thing. Where this is like a gentlemanly in a way. And yeah, so I would for sure choose the Mini Luxe if it was up to me to choose for somebody or myself, and I couldn't get both, you know. Actually, if I'm being honest, I would get the Luxe. I would probably pass on the Nova, and that's just strictly because of design. You know, I wanted to check it out because it's still a Vero and it looks cool, right? Not every knife from every person is for every single person. You know what I mean? It does have a full-length backspacer, which is really cool. Take a look at the backspacers here. Lanyard slot back here. This one is lanyardless, but you could just use that clip. But this one's using the lanyard or the backspacer for that. External relief cut on this one, where this one is internal. You can't reverse flick this one lefty because the hole is only on one side. Love to see a left-handed version of the Mini Nova, or sorry, Luxe. But we'll see if that comes to fruition at any point. They haven't done a lefty in a while, I guess. They did the Neuron not too long ago. I want to try to get you a look at that. Inside the handle, it's just so cool. Look at that. It's like he literally designed the milling. It's crazy. Yeah. This one's a winner, guys, for sure. All right, I'm going to pull up the website so I can give you guys the pricing on this. You guys can look at specs or whatever. And then I'll get you guys out of here. But again, these are dropping tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So here it is. Luxe 3.3, January 30th, 11 a.m. So we're looking at $395 for a stonewash. The belt satin, which is this version. So this version is $415. Hand satin is $415 as well. And then you have DLC for $425. And you have a Chad Nichols. That's going to be bananas. Yeah, $675. So you're looking at a mean price of like $405, something like that. It's a $400 knife, essentially. If you're spending $400, you don't care about 15, 20 bucks, whatever. That's a lot of money for a titanium frame lock. I will say that. It is heavily engineered, so you got to give them credit for that. The milling in there, you know, all the cool stuff that's on here. They excellently tuned everything. Part of that is definitely the design. Putting that detent ball in the right place, etc. It does have a steel insert, by the way. The fact that it weighs nothing is really wild to me. I definitely would have preferred this to be at that normal Vero 350 price that we've seen for a long time, but maybe costs have gone up. I know he has more overhead these days because he has, you know, an office, employees, I think, at this point. So it is what it is. But yeah, 400 bucks is a lot for a knife. But it is very good. It is very, very good. So if you're a Vero collector, or you really want the cool new Vero, I don't think you're going to be upset spending that money. So anyway, that's my thinking on that. I do love the bead blast. That feels good. I really like the way this clip looks. I'm going to try it real quick. It is very tight in my double seamed. I have these reinforced pockets on my off the grid pants, and it is very tight. I mean, I got it to about here, and then I had to start really shoving it. And if I carried this for a day in pocket, it would stretch it out, and the clip would end up tapping. I've had that happen. On a just single seam, regular pants, it's perfect. So that's clearly what it was designed for. Absolutely just flawless on a just single seam. And they're relatively thick seams, even the single one. Most people don't have a reinforced double seam pocket for their knives, but that's how my pants happen to be, and so they don't get torn up. It's not good for that, but jeans, single seam, you're going to be good to go. Feels great. And dude, it weighs nothing. Let me see if I can get that weight. Keep talking about it. 2.8 ounces. Yeah, 2.8 ounces. That is very light. Really, really light. So there you go, guys. That is the Mini Luxe. Shout out to Vero. Thank you for sending this out. I really appreciate that. Oh, and then the Nova Mini. Let me get you the price on that one. Let's see if it's any different, because the Nova, I believe, is going to be Best Tech OEM, so it might be a little bit different. Yeah, $360 on the Stonewash, $395 for belt satin, so it's still very similar pricing. Best Tech is actually quite a bit more expensive than Riot, at least in my experience. So you'd think it would be the other way around, that this one would be cheaper. But, you know, it is what it is, and I don't know everything that goes into it. Plus, you do get a really cool pouch, and you get the patch and all that jazz. They usually send some really nice candy and shit like that. So, yeah, very cool. There you go, guys. The Nova Mini and the Luxe Mini. Let me know which one you would choose. I would go Luxe all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Just saying. But this is very cool. Yeah, let me know which one you would take. Let me know if you're going to pick up a Luxe on the drop tomorrow. It is, man, it feels so good. It is really hard to put this knife down. So, yeah. It is freaking good. Yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.